Hello everyone, welcome to Ignition.
Hello, and today we're going to look at Metalcloak and Rough Country JEEP Control Arms. So the gold set is a Metalcloak 7105 JK Duroflex Control Arm package.
Yes, and over here on this side of the bench we've got the Rough Country. It's the 11370 and it's the JEEP JK upper and lower flex control arms.
Yes, so the first purchase, so we've had the Rough Country ones here for about, because they've taken months to get here. We're in Portugal, so the delivery side of it is no issue. But when they arrived, only half the order arrived. I've cancelled the other half because these arrived and to me they look used and I haven't put them on. Now you might argue that I'm going to go off-road and do all sorts with them, but I'm not. My Jeep doesn't go off-road. I'm doing this purely for vanity and for looks and for fun. So I don't want to put something on. We'll put some close-up pictures here, but in the packaging, which is pointless. I mean, when you're sending big lumps of metal, if they've put
these ones have been packed.
I happen to know that that product is called Netlon, and it's a protective stretchable coating for mainly engineers put it on brass and machined items, which I would classify these are. So they've put them on those, but here in the packaging they've literally just bashed against each other. So the actual coating is completely chipped off. Inside we'll put some close-up shots for you. They are filled with rust, and I don't really want them on my vehicle.
If you told me you'd bought these on eBay, I would have 100%
used.
believed you. Used, yes. If you told me that you'd picked these up, someone had put them on, driven for about, and then took them off, I would totally believe you.
Yeah, no, so they're brand new, out the box, and I don't think they enhance my vehicle at all. So I decided I would go with Metalcloak. So these arrived a couple of days ago, and just so that you can see, if you're thinking of buying them, what you would get. So these are upper and rear control arms, again for my Wrangler JK.
Yes.
And if you're happy with this, I can't say I am, but they will be being fitted. You've got, in this section here, we've got 3 different finishes.
Yes.
We've got
sort of a shiny anodized finish.
Still dented.
Yeah, still dented.
Doesn't show up as much as the black, but still this is an anodized, and this is, I think, powder coated, and the powder coating's chipped off. The anodized is just scratched.
Yep.
But we've got varying shades of this gold colour.
Yes, some are darker gold, some are more green tinted.
Heavily scratched.
Heavily scratched. So I would say if you're going to put these on your Jeep as a show vehicle, which we really would, you wouldn't be impressed.
No, and here it's worn off.
Yeah.
Also, the locking nuts, locking nuts, these are gold, they're silver. Minor point maybe, but
still, if it's going to be on a pristine vehicle, these aren't going to make it look pristine.
These are identical, but 2 completely different colours, and these are the same product for the left and the right, but they're completely different shades of the same colour. Now, you could argue that they're going to be on different materials, but those should be identical. I can see the difference between here. This is a completely different, this looks like it's a rough casting, and when I say rough, I mean rough.
But this is a polished finish on this end, and here this is sort of a pitted metal.
Rough casting finish. So I can appreciate that the colour will differ, but these 2 ends surely should be the same.
They should, yes. The consistency in the work isn't very good. So we've got the upper and lowers for the front and rear on here, and I'm not super impressed myself. No.
These, I prefer these to the Rough Country. I think are just, as you quite rightly pointed out, they look like I've bought off someone else's vehicle, and they are brand spanking new. So the packaging of these is appalling
on both parties. So
if you are anywhere away from where the manufacturer is and you can't pick them up yourselves, you will get, I think, what we've got. Obviously they've come from America to Portugal.
Yes, they're lobbed around.
So they've been lobbed around, but they certainly haven't been packaged for the journey.
No.
And this set here well, both sets, if you've got the full set, these are about the same sort of price. You're in for about 1,100–1,200 euros or more. And I think for what I've paid for them, they look appalling.
Yeah, you don't even get new bolts.
And you don't get any bolts. You don't get any instructions at all with the Metalcloak. So we've got to wing these. We'll have to watch and learn and see how to fit them because we've got no experience.
It's a lie. You've got one bolt. One bolt. And this one bolt is holding these two together. The other end hasn't got it.
I'm assuming that's their idea of packaging.
I'm guessing. But you think you'd attach both ends, wouldn't you?
No, I thought you'd get bolts.
Well, I'm sure you should.
So we've got to go and buy bolts, and we don't know what size we need. We don't. Do you
what strength you need?
Do you reuse what you've got? Do we want to do that?
Not really.
My vehicle's 12 years old.
It is 12 years old.
I would rather replace the bolts on something, and
I'd like them gold.
And on here, I'd like them gold. So Metalcloak. If we start with Metalcloak. I'm disappointed that I didn't get any instructions. I'm disappointed that they didn't pack them. I'm disappointed that there's different shades of colour.
Yeah.
And I'm very disappointed that I, 1, didn't get the bolts and 2, didn't get the option.
Yes, no, I think you might have to inquire, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I'll inquire with that. Moving on to the rough country, these to me look
used.
They just look like they're going to be a pile of rust in a minute under.
They're no better than your stock ones.
We haven't got bolts with them either.
No bolts.
But we got instructions.
We did get instructions, and I think I'll do the pleasure of showing them to you.
Let's see, we got instructions.
Oh, here they are.
So we didn't do this.
Still packaged in the box. Fresh as it came out the box.
Yeah, so that's how the instructions arrived to us.
Yep. Illegible because it's ripped in half.
Yeah, so a bit of it's there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we can download those off the internet, and I'm sure we can download them off here. But when you've spent that sort of money, I think it would be quite nice. So we struggle in Portugal to buy this sort of product. I think if you're in the States, you're going to get a much better option. You can go and see them probably in a shop and buy them and pick them up and get them in better condition. But as it stands at the moment, do we recommend you buy Metalcloak or Rough Country? No, we don't.
No, I do not.
And you can probably tell we're not sponsored by anybody. But we will be fitting these to the vehicle, so hopefully you'll subscribe to watch us do it. We'll try not to moan anymore.
No.
These may be a piece of piss to fit, we shall see.
Yes.
They can't be too difficult, and I'm assuming we'll just use the bolts that are on the vehicle. But subscribe and watch to see what happens. We've got plenty going on with my JEEP Wrangler, so there's a video out showing what we're doing, so we're not going to bore you with that.
Nope.
So hopefully that, if nothing else, because I'd have liked to have seen this, I'd like to have seen what I'm going to get. I didn't find a video of someone just basically showing opening the box and how it comes. So that is the reason we've done it.
Yes.
Because we're not impressed, and we'd rather you don't waste your money like I have. Probably buy a different brand would be my recommendation.
I agree.
But let's hold fire on that comment till these are on the vehicle. These ones, don't know what I'm going to do with those.
No, not entirely sure.
They're not something that we'd ship out. Who knows? At the end of the JEEP, depending on how many subscribers we've got, we might get. If you want to, if we might
get 1,000 subscribers,
we might give this bit of junk away.
Yeah. We'll see.
But at least you'll know what you're getting, and we didn't chip it.
No, theoretically, they're new, so we can give them away. I suppose.
Yes. But we'll see what we do with those. But I suppose that you could paint them with Hammerite, but you wouldn't expect to buy something new and paint it.
No, you wouldn't. It's bizarre.
So there we go. So stick with us. Yes. Hopefully, we will be fitting these to the JEEP very, very soon. And you can tell that we're going to be doing this with no prior experience.
None.
So if you're thinking of doing it, let's watch our trials and tribulations.
Together, yeah.
So hopefully this helped you. Thanks for watching.
One day I'll change all of my wicked ways, and happiness will start to make sense. Happiness will start to make